Today we're doing polygons. They're a simple closed figure formed by three or more line segments called sides. The thing you need to know about polygons is a couple things. Is that it's a closed figure, right? It has to be closed or it's not a polygon. It's by three or more line segments. Okay, so a circle is not a polygon because it's not formed by line segments. All right. The other thing I'll tell you is that the sides cannot overlap. All right, that's the only other rule you need to know. All right, you need to write this down. All this information is on page 617. So actually, just write down page 617 for the classification of polygons. This only goes to octagon. On page 617, it goes past that. Nonagon is 9 sides. A decagon would be 10 sides. Also, the only thing I want to mention is if you don't know the name of it, like if it's not octagon or nonagon or decagon, then what they do, like 11-sided polygon, they call it an 11gon. Okay, they just put the number of sides in front of gon, and it works. Okay, so a 13-side polygon would be 13gon. Okay, it's simple. Okay, it's so they don't have more and more names. A 1,000-sided polygon would be 1,000gon, right? Easy enough. All right, you need to write this down. All right, the question is this a polygon? What you'll have to do is you'll have to classify it based off the 8 that was on the slide before and nonagon and decagon. And then if it's not a polygon, then explain it. So, is this a polygon? Okay, is this a simple closed figure? Is it made of 3 or more line segments? Yes. What kind of figure is this? If it is, then we're supposed to classify it. You said it's a polygon, so what kind of polygon is it? Okay, how many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's a heptagon. All right. Hush. Is this a polygon? No? Why not? Someone tell me why.
Because polygons don't cross.
Okay, the sides cross. Okay, the sides overlap. So make sure you write that down. The sides overlap. So it can't be a polygon. Remember, in your homework, if it asks you to explain, you better explain at least one sentence explain it. Complete sentence. Is this a polygon?
No.
Okay. Kobe, what do you say? Why do you say no? It's not closed in. Okay? It has to be closed in. This is not a simple closed figure, so it's not a polygon. Any questions on how to do that? Alright, the sum of degree measures of the interior angles of polygon is this formula right here. It's n minus 2 times 180. N is the number of sides of that polygon. So before you use this formula, you should always test it. Does it work for what you already know? What's the sum of angle measures for a triangle? 180, thank you. It's 180. So let's plug that into this formula and see if it was 180. If it works, then you can use it for other stuff. What's 3 minus 2? What's 1 times 180? 180. So does this work for triangles?
Yes.
Okay, let's check to see if it works for quadrilaterals. What does the sum of measures of angles for a quadrilateral add up to? 360. We already know that. You've been told that. So 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 times 180 is 360. So it must work for the rest. Okay, find the sum of the measures of a nonagon. How many sides does a nonagon have?
0.
9. Thank you for paying attention. So I do 9 minus 2. I times that by 180. So 7 times 180 is 1260. So you know that it adds up to 1260 degrees. All the angles added up. Easy enough, right? All right, write this down. Just write 14 on then. All right, find the measures of 14 So I take 14, that's my number of sides, I subtract it from 2, and I times that with 180. So 12 times 180 gives me this number right here, 2160 degrees. So that's the sum of the measures of the angles of a 14gon. Alright, you're supposed to identify the polygon given the sum of the interior angle measures. So what you got to do is you just got to think about, okay, what would add up to 720. So if you don't know what it is, then you got to use that formula, n minus 2 times 180. So we know what it's not, right? We know it's not a triangle. We know it's not a quadrilateral. Okay? Probably not a pentagon, so let's try heptagon. Okay, how many sides does a heptagon have? 7. So 5 times 180 is what? 900. So is it a heptagon? No. So let's go down one. Hexagon. What's 4 times 180? 720. So that would be a hexagon. Okay, if you don't know, you go through the sides. 1980. Okay, not for sure. So let's go through, and let's say a decagon, a 10-sided figure. So 8 times 180. Guess what that is? It's 1440. Is that it? No. So let's go up. Let's try a 12agon. Okay. That would be 10 times 180. That gives you 1800. Is that it? No. So 13 gone. Okay. 11 times 180 is 1980. So it's a 13 gone. Right? If you don't know, you just guess. You keep trying until you find it.
I have a question. Who came up
Write that one down. 4140 degrees. So anyone take a guess on what this might be?
29.
What'd you say?
20 gone.
20 gone. So 18 times 180, it's not 4140. What do you think?
I said 29.
29, so 27 times 180, too much. Anyone else?
26.
25 are gone. 23 times 180 is this right there, so it's a 25 gone. Okay? You just guess. You keep plugging in numbers. If you want to see how it works, right, you have this formula. You plug it in here, solve for n. We know how to do that, but the easiest way is just to guess. Alright, write that down. Alright, now this says, what is the measure of one angle of a heptagon? Not what do they all add up to, but what does one angle? Now, we have what's called regular polygons, which means all the sides and all the angles are congruent. It means they're exactly equal. Hey, an octagon, your most basic form of octagon is a regular octagon. Right? It's kind of like a square, okay, would be a regular polygon because it's the sides are equal and the angles are equal. An equilateral triangle would be a regular polygon. All the sides and all the angles are congruent. So they're asking for a regular heptagon. What's the angle measure of one? Not what they all add up to, but just one. So what we do is we find out what they all add up to first. Heptagon is how many sides? 7. So 7 minus 2 times 180. 5 times 180. Or you guys remember what that was? Okay, it was 900. Okay, now that's what it all adds up to. How do I find what just one of them is? Divide it by what? 7. How many angles does a heptagon have? 7. That's the same number of sides. So I take 900 divided by 7. This gives me the one angle measure of 128.6 degrees. So one interior angle of a heptagon is 128.6. Right? You add all those up and you will get 900. Right? Any questions? All right, write down pentagon. Let's do pentagon. A pentagon has 5 sides, so I do 3 times 180. I get 540. I divide it by the number of angles, which there are 5 angles in a 5-sided pentagon. Okay, tells me that one interior angle measures up to 108 degrees. Here's your homework assignment.